Hey guys, Ty Cohen here, and right now I'm with Lenny the Boss.
Boom!
We're in the bank, so we just closed on a brand new property, right? A investment property.
Yes, sir.
Tell them what type of an investment, because with real estate, there's so many different things that you can do, right? You can do fix and flips.
Yes.
You can do the Bird method.
Yes.
Right? You can do long-term rentals.
Yes.
You can do short-term rentals. So
Yes.
this investment property is a short-term rental.
Yes.
Right? So we're gonna, what does that mean, short-term rental?
Short-term rentals, all right? I guess it's best
STR
described,
for short.
right, as Airbnb. So everybody knows Airbnb. So, it's just a different, strategy when it comes to investment properties. Now, the cool thing about this one, is that one is totally out of our wheelhouse, right? Ty and I both live on the East Coast, all right? And this guy's is it Midwest? Would this be considered Midwest? Or about to get to West? Or what would this be considered?
It's East Coast.
East Coast. Okay, we're still East.
Not East Coast, but we're East.
Yeah. East in the United States. It's in Tennessee, and Pigeon Forge.
Eastern time zone.
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, to be exact, referred to as the Smoky Mountains. And we have a beautiful, amazing cabin we just got built from the ground up, and we're really excited about it. And right now, this is all a part of the process. Is that we have to get a bank account. It got to be a place where the money got to be stored.
Yep.
We can't put it under our mattress anymore. So with that being said,
and a dedicated bank account, right? So the importance is having, and we've talked about this before on our podcast, the Let's Talk Real Estate Show. So if you're not part of the show, just go over to letstalkrealestateshow.com. If you want to learn about real estate investing, and both, when we say real estate, we're talking about physical real estate as well as digital real estate. All right, so one of the processes or one of the smart things to do is to keep your money separate when it comes to real estate.
yes.
And that could be separate in regards to each property. It could be separate in regards to your portfolio. So let's say if you have an entire portfolio, right? I'll use this as an example, this folder. And you want to list all of your properties or keep all of your properties, the income and the expenses under this one bank account. You can do that. So since Len and I partnered on this, we thought it would be wise to have one bank account.
Yes.
Where we go in and we'll fund it with a significant amount of funds, right? But also all of our expenses will come out of this one account. So if we have a plumbing issue, we need to pay a plumber, right? Boom, it comes out of this one account. It's not coming out of my personal account, not coming out of Len's personal account. When we have revenue that comes in, right? And lots of revenue. I'm speaking that into existence.
Yes.
It'll go into that one bank account as well. So it's not just going into my bank account or just into Len's account. And now this helps with accounting. It helps us to have transparency. It allows our bookkeeper to have a much easier time when it comes down to categorizing things, right? Hopefully. And then ultimately your accountant as well. So it takes an hour to open up a bank account, right?
Not
to
even.
go in there
Not
on a busy day, right? An hour. Not even. So, but it's worth it, and it's worth doing it before you start to get a ton of transactions coming in on either side, and then you have to go in and kind of maneuver things around. I know, Len, a lot of people, they make this one of the last steps. So much so that they'll do this. They'll go in and open a bank account a year, 6 months, 2 years, 6 years down the line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And their records are just a mess.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes they're forced to do it. The IRS might come down on them because they were not accurate in their accounting with things. So they may have missed a thing or two. And then they ultimately get to that position where they're like, you know what, man, I need to separate things. What the hell am I doing? This is craziness. Let me go open up a bank account. So we're telling you to do this now. Take the time to do it now.
Well, let me add to that too. So that's the side, on the taxes side. But, there's something called the credit side, right? And, there's recurring bills that you have to pay, like mortgage, right? That's one, right? You have to pay electricity. That's one. You have to pay cable. That's one. And gas, if you have that, maybe lawn or whatever other services you have recurring. One of the things you can do when you have a bank account, okay, what we're going to do is right now today, we're going to fund our bank account to make sure that we have at least 4 to 6 months, worth of expenses covered in that account. And this is the key. Okay, the key here is take a few minutes and set up auto pay. Okay, and it might not be auto pay, but whatever is electronic to allow that electric bill to get paid, to allow the gas bill to get paid, allow whatever that recurring charge to get paid. So for one, you have a peace of mind. You're not running around trying to sit here and pay for anything. Two, it makes you well organized because, if you listen to my man Million Maker, he said you're supposed to spend at least one day focusing on your finances. If that's an hour, if that's the same day, same hour, and you can get that done if you have all these things in place. But if you're scrambling around trying to find the gas bill, scrambling around trying to find the water bill, and trying to pay it, that hour turns into a longer time, and it turns into a time that's not exciting to do.
You become aggravated and all types of things, right?
So you go from doing it once a week to doing it every other week, and then you go do it once a month, and then you start missing payments on bills, and then your credit gets shot, and then you try to go buy another cabin, and your credit score didn't drop. So take these key things and fund it with what you have. All right, don't think that you have to have $1 billion, to fund your account. Okay, whatever you have, fund it just in case there's some discrepancies on what you think something should get paid for and what the real amount is. That can cover it and you can reconcile that situation. So that's one of the major things, Ty. I just wanted to mention.
Yeah, absolutely. So, set this up at the very beginning. It makes life so much easier. All of these things, opening up your bank account. Yeah. Making sure, as Lenny the boss said, you have auto pay in place, right? For your utilities, all of the important things. And Len, I actually like to make sure that I have auto pay put together for as many things as possible.
Absolutely.
Because it's now one less thing that you actually have to think about.
Correct.
And now you're freeing yourself up, your mental resources up to really think about the things that matter, whether that's your family or it's ways of making additional income.
Or spending more time on making sure you find another deal.
So here we are, we're at the bank, and that's what we're doing. We're setting this bad boy up now. We're doing it the right way from the very beginning. And hopefully this video has inspired you to take some risks, take some chances, and
let me throw one more thing.
Do something that's important.
Now, you live in North Carolina, correct?
Yep.
I live in New Jersey. Our property is here in Tennessee. This one anyway, I'm going to say. So what we did was, real quick Google search. We looked for a bank, right, that one, Ty can get to when he's home. I can get to when I'm home. And we can get to while we're here. Right. So that's very important as well, because you want to be able to get to the bank, and do whatever you need to do with that bank for any reasons, because your money is going to be deposited into that bank. So you want to ensure that for whatever reason. Now, honestly speaking, I don't think Ty or myself is really looking forward to going into the bank day in and day out. But there are times when you have to step foot in the bank, and you don't want to pick a bank where it's 30 miles or 40 miles from your home. You know what I mean? You want to just pick one that's very local. And it's really simple. It took 5 minutes to find this bank.
That search, right?
To do that search. Because a lot of people think that, oh my God, it's going to take me all day. No, it's not. You could be eating a sandwich at lunchtime, and you could do a quick Google search, take it to one. I say the power of the thumb, Ty.
Yeah, we use that net time. You know what net time stands for?
Go ahead, Ty. Let them know.
No extra time. So it's, as Len said, you can do this while you're eating lunch, right? So you're not taking any additional time. So net, N-E-T, no extra time to go in and do your research, find a bank that will work for you. And, it just has to be a reputable bank. Doesn't have to be a huge national bank. It could be a local bank, a regional bank, as long as you are able to get the job done.
Absolutely.
Right? So now, Len, one last thing here. So some of you guys may be watching this, you're wondering, well, where do you get the money from? Ty, where do I get the money from? Len, where do I get the money from? So there's a few different options, and we actually covered this in an episode of Let's Talk Real Estate.
Yes, sir.
Right? So 401k plans,
yep.
Right? You might have mutual funds, you might have stocks out there, you might have cryptocurrency accounts, right? You might have a rich uncle, you might have a rich aunt, right? Or you might have some passive streams of income. I talk about that all the time in the Kindle cash flow system, how you can use Amazon digital publishing to build up your net worth and to build up your recurring streams of income so that you have multiple streams coming in that fuel things like buying these properties here or whatever it is that your heart desires.
Savings.
So, there you go.
You
Savings.
can HELOC.
Yep.
on
Home
your
equity loan.
cash out refinance on your home or any of your investment properties.
Yep. That money that you got under the mattress that you've been holding on to for 60 years.
I'm gonna tell you a big one. Don't be afraid of partnering up.
And partnering up. Yep.
Because when you partner up, and also the split can be whatever you guys or ladies design.
Yeah.
Okay? It's
That's a good one. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a 50-50.
It don't always have to be a 50-50 split.
Matter of fact, Len, listen, that's a good segue before we end this. Let's end this on that. We're looking for additional partners. So if you're interested in getting into real estate, right? Or if you have questions about it, let us know. Doesn't take a lot of money. I think that's one of the big misconceptions, right? Is that people need a ton of money, right? They need tens and tens of thousands of dollars. That's not the case all the time, right? Especially when you're partnering. So if you're looking to partner on any of the deals that we have coming up in the future, let us know in the comments. Reach out to either one of us individually, but most important, in the comments, just put, I'd like to be a partner. That's it. I'd like to be a partner. So we'll see you on the next episode. If you guys enjoy content like this, let us know in the comments section as well. And make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you are notified every time a new video drops. These videos are gold. Yeah. That's it.
And share it. Share this because you just might need someone else to hear this to motivate you. You can motivate them to be accountability partners.
Share it so someone else can hear it.